What's up, boys and girls? This is your boy Curtis Miso coming in hot with another video. Today we've got a fun one. I'm going to be going through about 15 or 20 singles that I've bought over the past 3 or 4 months. As you've probably noticed, our content volume has decreased a little bit. We haven't been ripping too many boxes. We've been selectively ripping. We haven't been that interested in the rookie class this year, basketball cards, and also the boxes were just getting to really extreme overpriced levels. $2,000 for a box of Prism, absolutely ludicrous, couldn't do it. And actually prices have been plummeting. You're seeing Prism basketball boxes on eBay now for $1,200. So RIP to those who have been investing in wax, thinking that it can only go up, because it clearly can go down. It's all sentiment based. The thing about sports cards is it's a lot of fun, but a piece of cardboard has no inherent value. You can't invest in a sports card like you can a stock in a company that actually provides cash flows to you, that has a floor on its value. A card could theoretically easily be worth zero because it is a piece of cardboard if there isn't demand for it. And so that's why you got to be real selective about cards. And that's why the way we approached it is we do approach it from an investment mindset. I work in the investment world in my profession, so I take that mindset a little bit to cards, but largely the money, or 100% the money that we're putting into cards is just for fun, and with the hope that we can get some appreciation and we're at least not wasting money when we do it. And so with that in mind, we've been buying some singles. Prices have been coming down on wax and singles across the board, 30-40% for a lot of stuff, especially basketball, because basketball was the most elevated price-wise. And so we've been buying the dip a little bit, but also buying ahead of the dip and getting hit. So I'm going to go through these singles now, tell you who players I've been investing in, the values of the cards when I bought it, what I paid, and then also what they're actually worth now. A lot of red in these cards. I'm going in chronological order from earliest to latest. So first we have this Danny Dimes field level rookie tricolor, numbered to 99, 96 to 99. True Gem Plus, you got quad 3 9.5s and a 10 on the centering. Really nice looking card. Love Select. Danny Dimes himself, I could take him or leave him. I think that his cards had probably gotten, from my perspective, had gotten a little too cheap. He certainly has the talent. He doesn't necessarily have the pocket awareness, but maybe he'll learn that. The reality is, though, the talent around him next year is going to be much more than it was last year. Saquon Barkley was out all last year. They picked up Kenny Golladay. They drafted another guy in the draft. I think they overdrafted, I forget his name, guy out of Florida, I believe, fast speed guy. But reality is he's going to have a lot more weapons next year than he did this year. And so I think, feel like I'm buying low on this. So I paid, the problem is when the whole market goes down, just like with stocks, in a bear market, it doesn't matter the players that you buy necessarily, because everything is going to go down. So I paid $413 for this, including tax. I think it was more like $375 pre-tax. And there's no real comps on this. There's no other 9.5s. Everyone has them at PSA. So the PSA is selling, 10 is selling for $500. So this would clearly be maybe a 25% discount to that. But so not down quite as much as basketball cards. Football has held its value because those weren't elevated as much. So we'll see how he does next year. This is one I'm holding on to. A lot of these cards are for my PC, but some of these football ones are, I feel like I understand football real well. I do a lot of fantasy, watch a ton of football. And so I do try to think about buying players that I think are too cheap in football. I think it's a lot of fun because I just like following football. And here we got a Saquon Barkley, speaking of Saquon and the Giants. PSA 10, Donruss rookie, paid $101 for this in February. This is actually, bought this after the Danny Dimes, so a little bit off in the chronological order, with the thought that he, people forgot about him. He's a top 3 RB, maybe top 1 RB when healthy. So he'll come back, and if he has a big fantasy year, his cards are going to go up quite a bit. Unfortunately, these have dropped down to $65, so I'm down $36, really small investment, so it doesn't really matter, but I'm down 36% on this. I assume my bet is when he comes back healthy next year, it'll at least go back to what I paid, but this is one that I just bought to flip. Investing in RBs for the long term, not a great idea in general. Go look up some of the Hall of Fame best running backs, and you're going to see that their rookies aren't worth a whole lot. Whereas QBs are a good long-term bet. Sam Darnold, this is a guy who I thought was extremely undervalued. I invested in this prior to him being traded to Carolina. His value spiked quite a bit when he got traded. He still has the potential to be a good player, just maybe not in the best situation. PSA 10 Donruss paid $75 for this. His cards are super cheap. And so, football prices have also come down, but the idiosyncratic play on Sam Darnold, when he got traded, people were thinking again, oh, maybe he has the potential to be good in that system with better talent around him. And so his cards went up, but all told, with the market going down, it's still selling for $75. So I'm flat on this. This is again one that I purchased in order to flip. Gibby is texting me right now, how is Johnny's, which is our shop in Bellevue. He's coaxing me to go buy a box today for Father's Day for myself, even though I'm not a father. We'll see if I do that. Here we've got another investment piece. This is a Lamar True Gem. I love to buy these, especially when I'm investing. I just like to buy 9.5s. I think long term, a quad 9.5 or 9.5 plus. I just think, the quality of these cards, in my opinion, is the same as a PSA 10 or very, very close. And you're getting it at a 25-30% discount, which I think is too big. So I like to find these when I can. Lamar rookie optic. He had a little bit of an off year last year. I think that after coming off his MVP season, so his cards were way down. I think they had gotten even too cheap. So I got this at $219 plus tax. The most recent comp's at $180, so I'm down about $40. I think if you take off tax, I probably paid somewhere similar to what these are going for. So probably roughly flat on this if you exclude taxes and fees, et cetera, et cetera. But next year, if he comes back and plays like he did the year prior, those will double, most likely. So these are all cards that I'm looking to sell next year, potentially, if those guys have good seasons. I bought this Rui. This is a PC card. Love this guy. He's Japanese. Really cool. I'm Japanese as well. Very rare to see Asians succeed in the league. Jeremy Lin's the most obvious example. He had his 6 months or a year or two of playing really well, and that was a blast. So this is a PC card. This guy's auto is terrible, but I do love these optic autos. PSA 9. It's a PC card. Not looking to sell. Paid $110 for it. It's probably worth a little less than that now, but don't really care about on that one. And with these cards, I'll probably just start replacing them with more interesting ones as we go. Follow that up with another investment piece, or maybe a PC piece, depending how good he is. This is a Julio Rodriguez, Mariners prospect. He's a young kid. He is supposedly top 10, top 15 prospect in the league right now, PSA 10. Bowman Chrome first. These are the rookies that you want to buy, the base rookies that you want to buy, the true rookies. And so I picked this up in early April for $160. As cards have been declining, this is down to about $120. So I'm down about 25% or $40 on this. But he's a Mariner, so it's cool. It's PC. I like buying these prospects cards with the hope that he can become what people expect him to. He's supposed to be really good. Follow that up with, and so I was doing a lot of actually investing. So most of these are investment cards. Another Zion, or not another, the first Zion, you're going to see a lot more of these. He really does have the talent to be a GOAT. I think people didn't realize how good of a season he had last year, putting up big numbers. And so I think if his team can make the playoffs and he gets, and people start paying more attention to him again, his cards are going to go back way up to where they were. So this is a quad 9.5 purple hollow out of optic for Zion. True gem. At the time, I got this at a steal on auction. It's $287. These were going for, 350, 400 at the time in April. But of course, now with the market down, these are going for about 250. So I'm actually down on a card that I got. I kind of stole on an auction at the time. So I'm down about $37 on this nothing major. Long term, I think he's going to be great. I have some much bigger Zions here that I'm going to show you. So these smaller ones are more investment pieces that I will flip. But yeah, I mean, Zion, I think, was very close to making third team All NBA. A lot of people thinking next year he jumps into the top 15 players in the league. And so if he can stay healthy, he has definitely GOAT status potential. So I like, investing in GOATs is definitely the way to do it, because they're much more likely to hold their value than guys who are just kind of perennial all-stars. Like, look at Russell Westbrook rookies. They're not worth a whole lot relative to like a LeBron, obviously, or someone of that status. It's just a huge spread in value. So here's another guy. It was a little bit of investment, but also a PC. I think Mitchell is one of my favorite players. He's so good. Picked this up in April. It's a True Gem Plus Blue Velocity rookie out of Optic. A really cool looking card. Team color blue. 395s and a 10 on the surface. So really, really cool card. Not numbered, but nice card. Picked this up for about 240. And they're still going for about 240. So surprised that this hasn't come down with the rest of the market, but happy to have not taken an unrealized loss on this bad boy. I think he doesn't have the GOAT status potential, but certainly, second team All NBA, maybe upside. So definitely a fun player to watch, and kind of a PC card pretty much. Part of it was hoping that they were going to potentially, win a title or something, and that card could have doubled, but obviously that's not going to happen. They're out of the playoffs now. So, and to no fault of him, he had some great games. Here's another one. Lillard, this is a PC card. He's one of my favorite players, top 3 favorite players. This guy is just ice. He just has ice in his veins. He is unreal in the last 5 minutes, and throughout the game as well, just pulling up from half court, draining threes. And he's also local out of Pacific Northwest in Portland. He's kind of our adopted team out here since Seattle doesn't have a team. This is his select rookie at a PSA 10, paid $710 for it off eBay, so no taxes. They've actually dropped down to $600 as the market has come down, but this is a PC card. Really low pop on this select back then when it wasn't available on retail. I think I like this a little better than his Prism rookie, which is the more popular one. He really only has a couple rookie cards, and this is probably my favorite one. So awesome PC card. Be holding on to this for a long time. Let's get Danny Dimes out of here. Replace that with Mr. Lillard. That's one of my favorite cards in my collection right there. And then we go to another investment piece. Jared Kelenic, one of the top 5 prospects in baseball going into the season. This is his Bowman Draft Chrome PSA 10 rookie. Paid $230 for this back in April. And his cards, and this isn't because of the market, this is due to his play. His cards have plummeted. I'm down 50% on this. These are going for around $120 now. And admittedly, the pop on baseball cards, part of the reason they're cheaper, not also because the popularity of the sport is lower, but also because they just print the hell out of baseball cards. The pop on these things is insane. But I was hoping to local product like that, and also like the potential of him from an upside perspective if he was kind of viewed as a can't miss top player. Of course, he came in and he missed a whole lot. I think he was 0 for 36 or something before he's now been demoted. He got called up, and then he was batting 100 or something, and then got called back down to AAA. He is mashing back down in AAA. So, I think he's still, I'm not by no means gonna fire sale this. I think he'll be back, but definitely rough beginning to his career. And I hardly want to put this in back, but I will just for a second until I can quickly replace it. with something better. Next card up, we got a Zion Prism base. This is his iconic rookie that is the most desirable rookie of his from a base card perspective. It's a quad 9.5. I picked this up at the time. It felt like a pretty good value. I got it back in May 9th, so not that long ago, about a little over a month ago, for $380. And these are selling now for $230. So this thing is down I'm down $150 on this. I'm down a Julio Rodriguez rookie. So certainly not the return I was looking for on this, but I'm gonna hold it. I think again, Zion has the GOAT potential in him. And I think next year, if he makes second team All-NBA or something, depending on what the card market does, if we hold that flat, I think this will be back to at least what I paid for it. Same with that optic rookie. So next we have the biggest card in the submission. Or not the submission, in my PC. We have a Zion Williamson pink optic on-card auto. Perfectly centered auto. Just a beauty. Look at a lot of these. I've been looking at these for over a year, trying to pick my spots. And this one, a lot of them, the auto is kind of going into the bottom, or it's, the penning kind of goes out. So the auto is pristine. It's just perfect on this. It's a quad 9. PSA 10s are just way too expensive. Most of these are, and the pop is so small. So most of these optic autos are 9s, and it's because of centering. You can see the top's a little thick. But this is numbered to 25, so a super short print. This is a long-term hold. If he becomes a perennial first-team All-NBA guy, a top 5 player, a top 10 GOAT of all time, it's very possible. This is going to be worth a lot. As of now, this was a $5,000 card. And TBD on where it goes. There's so few of these, there's not going to be any recent comps, so I'm sure it's down a little if I try to sell it now, but this is a card I'm going to be holding for quite some time. So actually, yeah, we can get rid of that. We can get rid of this Zion. We'll put that bad boy right there. Just an awesome PC card. Follow that up with, I went on a Zion holy war, as Gibby was calling it. I was going nuts on Zion as his prices had come down. Unfortunately, they've continued to come down. So I was caught the falling knife, as they say in the investment world. But hopefully we get the bounce at some point. So I picked this orange ice auto up, cracked ice, PSA 10 Prism. Love this picture, love the cracked ice. This bad boy I got for $17.50. It is, that's including tax, of course. But let's see, what did I actually pay for it? No, that was off eBay, so I didn't pay tax. These are down to $1,400, so I'm already down $350 out of the gate. Bought this literally almost exactly a month ago, so cards have really continued to plummet over the past month. Down 20% in under a month. But again, this guy, I don't mind. I mean, this is a longer term hold. Love Zion, love the card. Hopefully we see card prices flatten out soon, but honestly, I wouldn't mind prices to continue to fall, because then I can just buy more wax next year at cheaper prices, because I love ripping cards, and I love ripping them at a more reasonable price than the crazy prices of late. And so here's another one. This is going to be the ugliest, I believe. Oh no, not yet. So this is a Wander Franco that I picked up at a local card show. PSA 10 Bowman Chrome. He's the number 1 prospect in baseball right now. Hasn't been called up yet. I think it's supposed to happen soon. He can, I believe, switch hit and hit well from both sides of the plate. Just a very top end prospect. Bought this for $250 a month ago, May 22nd at a card show. They're selling for $225, so whatever, down $25, down 10%. If he gets called up and starts mashing, this will go up quite a bit. Just wanted to get some shares of what is the current top prospect in baseball. Next, we have the worst investment I have made, in so far at least. This is a Bowman Chrome Jared Kelenic rookie Sparkles PSA 10. This is super rare. I was shocked. The guy had it listed. I got it for $4.95. I think he had it listed at $6.50. I was surprised he took my offer. The pop on this I think was under $5. There's almost none of these, and he's the top prospect in baseball, or one of the top prospects in baseball. So, and this was of course when he got called up. This was before he was sucking it up. So this was back in mid-May when I purchased this. Now, of course, with him getting called down and going 0 for 36, there's no chance I would try to sell this. I'd probably get half of what I paid. But again, I still think he's actually been doing really well down in the minors again. So develop that confidence back, and call him back up later in the year or next year, and I think I'll be fine on this. But right now, yikes! This I might as well be using this as a drink coaster. But we'll see. It's only $500. Next we have my next holy war that I won on, which is Mr. Luka Doncic. I had been waiting to buy these. His cards were just so expensive, and they had started to dip a little bit, maybe down 25%, and unfortunately they've continued to dip as I got kicked out of the playoffs. And interest in cards has waned a little. Some of the froth has come out. So I picked this up. It's the Pink Ice Prism. Picked this up for $24.50. Of course, after tax, that's $2,700. I'm not down too bad on this. If you exclude tax, it's only about $2,300. They're selling for about $2,300 on eBay now. So that's a $400 loss, about 15%. If you exclude tax, I only paid about $150 over the market rate right now for this card, so not too bad. But this is a long-term hold for me. Luka and Zion are my guys. I don't think I'm unique in that respect, but Luka has the GOAT potential. He's 22. He's first team All-NBA 2 years in a row. His third year in the league. Some of the stuff he was doing in the playoffs I watched every game he played in. It's just insane. And this is Prism is obviously a popular brand now. That stuff can change over the years, but I think this will always be the rookie for him because it's got the iconic picture of him doing that turnaround with the Dirk Nowitzki leg, the knee kicking out. This is one of his go-to shots. And so I think regardless of changes in taste and brand, this photo will be the iconic rookie for him. He's a guy that, I'll hold this card 10, 20 years. So I don't really care about short-term fluctuations. This will be a beautiful card to have in my PC for years to come. We can get rid of Mitchell. Let's get rid of Kelenic. I don't even know why I put that up. So there we go. We got Luka in the mix. Holy War number 2. Picked up this Doncic Fast Break Prism, silver disco look to it. This is a $3,300 card. Didn't pay tax, got it off eBay, which is great, saved myself 10%. These are still selling for, upwards of $3,000 to $3,200, so not too bad, maybe down $100, $200 on it so far. Again, GOAT status, card I want to hold in my PC for a very long time, so short-term fluctuations aren't going to matter to me. So let's do a little mix and match here. Let's move these over, because I got my last card here, an absolute monster to show you. Second most valuable card in the group. And that is, told you I like optic autos, Luka Doncic on-card optic auto, PSA 9 rookie. Just beautiful. Love the blue ink. Love these on-card autos. Sticker autos don't do it for me. This is what did I pay? $37.50 for this, which I think is pretty damn good for a Luka on-card auto. They're still going for about, there's really no other comps that have sold since this. I bought this about 20 days ago on eBay. So this is, again, like the Zion, this is one I'm going to hold for a very long time. Wanted a big Luka share. Didn't necessarily want to invest in the PSA 10 where you start getting into the 5 digits, but this is awesome. The auto on here, he kind of has that Lulu auto that he just got lazy. This one, it actually looks a little bit more like he wrote Luka, which I appreciate. So why did it get a 9? Well, it's a little off center. The bottom's a little bit thick, but just like that one, it's just a little off center, but that is fine. I don't need to invest 10K into a single card. Much rather pay somewhere in the three to $4,000 range. So let's just adjust this a little bit, and that's going to do it for the PSA reveal video. All in all, the current value of these cards is close to a little right around 20 grand, and a lot of that value, most of that value, is in these cards in front of you here. And these Luka and Zion are kind of the next generation. It looks like Trey might be in that group as well. A lot of people were down on Trey. I was too, but it turns out he can make it happen in the playoffs. He's an absolute monster. But I like, it's fun investing in players. It's a lot more fun than researching companies and investing in stocks, even though if you're actually looking at your investment portfolio, that's what you want to do. That's a true investment. This is more of a hobby, but you can, even though it's a hobby and that these cards don't hold intrinsic value, they do have, they have value as long as people are interested in them. And it's just a lot more fun to research sports and try to find the next big prospect, for me at least, than it is to research companies, which I do for my day job. So this is what I like to do, and we're going to continue to buy singles and keep showing you what we're buying. But in the meantime, I think, over the next month or two, football season is going to get started up again, and we'll start ripping some big football wax. The rookie class next year for football is looking unreal, just amazing. So we're going to be ripping a ton of football again, hopefully at lower prices than last year. And that's going to do it for the video. Thanks guys for watching. This is Curtis Miso signing off.